So there's my door jamb, number one that I cut, and I fit it in place, and I've already put the screws back in the door. Let's make sure the door closes. Well, it's a little on the tight side, but it did close. I've got enough room. I've got an 1/8 inch all the way around to plane it, and so I might need to find out where it bound up there. I can see it's down towards the bottom, and chisel out that hinge a little more and pull that door that way a bit. But this isn't a half bad fit between the first door jamb and the second, and the whole purpose for the log is to leave this section to be 4 foot so that I can just put in a piece of drywall, or what I'm thinking is maybe white birch plywood, or white birch plywood that I'll stain with a little white stain. So it feels good to not be in, it was 63 this morning, so I'm able to work. I've been up for a little while. Don't have coffee yet. So there's the second door jamb pushed in. I'll put that up there. And then once those two are in place, I can finish the outside as well as that header section, and I'll do that. All right, so Steve 1,000-Year Home, so like and subscribe, and hang cut cedar inside of a storage container. I have not seen that on the internet, so there's still tricks you can do. I'm sure somebody else did this, but not at this level. And the whole reason why I'm building the support system is so that I could pour concrete on the roof and make that a patio. So that's going to be good. So I'll get there. And thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. I appreciate all the company that I get, and really do appreciate watching the growth. I started out with 0 about 40 days ago, and I broke the 500 mark. I got like 546 today, and I don't know, 70,000 or 80,000 views. So quite a few views, and mostly likes. Every now and then, one of my videos will get down to the 70% like thing, and I'm like, well. That video's not for them, but for most of my videos get 100% like. So give me 100% like on this one. All right, thank you, everybody.
So here I am attaching the hand-milled cedar log to the dimensional lumber that I'm using for the outside door so that my gaskets will fit. I make sure that my screws, my lag bolts, will not penetrate the cedar. So what I do is I just drill it out a little bit, and I'm just using the numbers on the drill bit to know how deep to go. And there you go. So not half bad. So it did draw it in tight and made the, I'll take the clamps off.
Sure, right there. Sweetie, you can come here and hold this log up.
A lot of makeup or anything. I just, because it'll sweat right
That's
up.
That's what my videos are all about. You got it?
Yeah.
Heavier than you.
This is nicer in person. I mean, you see it on the video, but when you see it up close, this is really.
It doesn't look half bad. It's rugged and. Okay, I got it, baby. Careful with the camera behind you.
It makes such a big difference. Wow. Really nice.
I don't think this part. Well, touch base. So
you want it as flush as this one is, right?
I do. Not as flush as it'll go. But my thought is.
Oh, clenching it.
Yeah. A little tighter. Well, if I can find a spot where the clamps will work.
But then it moves it at the bottom.
Slight warp, doesn't it? I need to cut that midsection out right there.
It shave a little bit there so that
it does. It just shave a little bit. All right. Well, the other one fit there.
It is. It's really nice.
All right. Yeah, the other one. The other one I called it a day because I'll just stuff there, there, I'll, you know, caulk, and somebody will go by, they won't notice it.
Yeah.
Or I might get shavings and shave it in. All right, well, nothing's perfect, and these were sawed by hand. Let me rotate. Okay, so this log, you know, I've got pretty good matching, and there's a few spots where I'll caulk. One down there, one up there, I'll caulk. But this log, well, it's touching there, not touching there, but right here, it pushes the whole log out. It's a pivot point. I'm gonna get my chainsaw and right through here, carve that out. Maybe shave a little off that top too, so the whole thing will fit better. It's when I tighten the end, the top pops out. When I tighten the top, the bottom pops out. But yeah, right here. That's not half bad though for a chainsaw.
Fly.
First pass of a chainsaw. I had a planer, you know.
And it's like you don't appreciate it till you see
The
it in
size of
person. Yes, exactly.
Well, I don't have a planer, so here I am using a chainsaw. I marked the little areas, and I just remember how much I need to take off, and passing the using the chainsaw as a planer, and I don't get half bad. You'll see that I bring that right in. I draw it real flush and good enough that I feel good about putting some screws in it. So that worked out for me, the hand carving.
All right, now that I've got this door jamb in with a couple of screws in it, I'm gonna measure 4 foot there and I hope it lines up, and cut this top piece where it'll fit, and I'll put a little spot right there. So wish me well. Moment of truth. I'm running a camera over there, so there will be another angle.
You can always tell when the heat of the day starts building up because my cameras pick up a little humidity inside of them. So, but here I am rough fitting the ceiling timbers that I need into the 2 door jambs that I just set up. That was the whole purpose of those door jambs, is to carry this load through the door, as well as I hope that they'll fit a light. If not, I'll move the light into the next section.
All right, so now you're kind of getting the vision. And everything needs to be 4 foot between, so that a piece of drywall, when I bring it in, will just fit in, right? But I'll dial it in. Let's see if up there 4 foot. To there, you know what, Leah? That might be 4 foot right there. So I don't need a little anything. Yeah, I would say that's the 4 foot. Yeah, see? I didn't need a spacer there. Alright, so that worked. You know what I should do is cut a 4 foot piece of 2x4 that I could just use as a template, and then they'll all be the same. Man, I'm really gonna like that. And then the roof I'll make 2x4 I-beams, and I'm gonna make them out of actually treated lumber, even though I don't think it's a problem, because insects won't ever touch treated lumber, and if it gets wet, it will suppress the mold. So I don't think it'll get, and those I-beams will be here supporting the roof, and then when I pour the concrete, you know, I might have to put some supports between here, but here, but will be in the bathroom, there'll be an extra wall, there'll be, you know, there'll be a lot of supports. This spot here is where the ceiling fan's gonna be. Between these two. That spot won't have anything. This spot I have a really cool flush LED, you know, so I'm really excited about it. Yeah. All right, but it's all done. I'm ready to rinse off and start thinking about the day. Liked it. I gotta drill that out, and then I have to do the outside door. Man, that's gonna look good. And then the sill plate, when I cut the metal out, I've got, you know, I'll cut. I won't have to buy a sill plate. I'll use that metal and I'll cut it to size and bend it. So then I'll have metal on the bottom with the brush and the gasket. The deal is, because this space is so small, I have a door that opens out, and that is not customary.
Right, the doors open in because they're easier to weatherize. So, but this is actually safer for sure. You're not kicking it in.
All right, so this ends me putting in a couple of door jambs that I cut the other day. I've got to go and at least clamp these roof ties so they don't fall down and hit me in the head. This is Steve of 1000 Year Homes. Like and subscribe.